Our ancestors unknowingly left behind objects and artifacts that fascinate us. If only they had left notes next to the objects to guide us in our quest to understand them. Nevertheless, we have embarked on this journey of discovery, revealing remarkable finds and piecing together the stories of their lives. The past remains an enigma, but let us strive to understand it together. In Denklingen, Bavaria in Germany, a metal detectorist made a remarkable discovery in a cornfield, an exceptionally rare Celtic gold coin known as a rainbow cup. This coin, dating back to the 2nd century BCE, is one of only 4 known rainbow cups with its specific markings, and it's the only one with a verified find location. These coins are so named because they were often found after rain washed away soil, revealing them like pots of gold at the end of a rainbow. The coin, weighing 1.9 grams and measuring 0.5 inches wide, features a stylized human head with a large eye on the head side. A metal analysis revealed that it is composed of 77% gold, 18% silver, and 5% copper. The coin's discovery near an ancient road, which later became a Roman road via Claudia Augusta, suggests it may have been lost along the way. The rainbow cup coins are called such due to their rounded shape, unlike the flatter circular coins of other ancient cultures. This discovery is significant for understanding the Celtic monetary economy, which predominantly used more common copper and silver coins. The Bavarian government now owns the coin, with the finder receiving a fee, and plans to exhibit it in the State Archaeological Collection in Munich. Now we move to northern Shanxi in China, where archaeologists have unearthed a significant number of high-status tombs from the Lijiaya culture, which thrived during the Shang dynasty of 1600 to 1045 BC. The discoveries were made at the Shaogu archaeological site, a Lijiaya settlement, where a study of the surrounding hills spanning 3 million square meters revealed rammed earth buildings, elite tombs, cemeteries, and hundreds of artifacts. Among these, 9 high-status cemeteries from the late Shang dynasty were found, along with 7 A-shaped tombs, the largest and most numerous of such tombs discovered in northern Shanxi to date. Additionally, 4 Shang dynasty tombs were located in the cemetery of Hulijita, including a unique Jia-shaped tomb and 3 earth pit tombs with vertical pits. These tombs contained over 200 burial offerings, including a complete set of bronze chariots and horses, a swallow-shaped copper belt buckle inlaid with turquoise, a turquoise-inlaid animal-faced bone casket, gold earrings, seashells, jade artifacts, and copper axes and arrowheads. These findings significantly enhance our understanding of the political territory and geographical structure of the Shang dynasty during the Yin Ruins period. The Bronze Age site of Sanxingdui in Sichuan in China has unveiled remarkable new discoveries, as detailed in a paper by the Cambridge University Press. Sanxingdui, meaning 3-star mound, first came to light in 1928 when a farmer unearthed jade relics. The site gained prominence in 1986 with the discovery of 2 sacrificial pits, containing over 900 artifacts dating back to around 2700 to 1000 BC. These finds provided new insights into the development of metallurgy, urbanism, and culture in Bronze Age China. Since 2019, archaeologists have excavated additional areas around Sanxingdui, including parts of the urban site and the Renshenkun Cemetery. Excavations under the ancient Shu Civilization Protection and Inheritance Project identified 6 new pits in 2020 adjacent to the original 2. These pits, rectangular in shape, revealed a clear layering of artifacts, with ivory in the upper layers and bronze objects below. Notable finds include small gold objects, ivory products, and a wooden chest with red paint. The bronze objects are predominantly vessels and figurines, distinct from those in the original pits. Gold foil ornaments and a golden mask from the Shang and Shao dynasties were also discovered. The ongoing excavations promise to provide a more detailed understanding of the Sanxingdui culture and its comparison with other Bronze Age urban centers in early China. This Moai statue, originally erected in Orongo on Easter Island, now stands as a solitary figure in London. Its exact age is uncertain, but, like all its counterparts, it is believed to have been made around the year 1600. Called Hoa Hakananaya by the island's natives, meaning lost or stolen friend, it holds particular significance due to its removal by British explorers in 1868. Carved from basalt, the statue follows the typical Moai design of Easter Island, featuring distinct facial traits such as a prominent nose, eyebrows, chin, nipples, and elongated ears. Its hands rest on a protruding stomach, while later added petroglyphs adorn its body, including depictions of birdmen, a sooty tern called Manutara, and ceremonial paddles. Other engravings exist that have not yet been positively identified. Following its journey to England, the Moai was gifted by Queen Victoria to the British Museum in 1869, where it has remained on display. However, the Chilean government claims ownership of the statue, while some indigenous Rapa Nui groups advocate for its return to the island. The British government opposes this proposition, citing the absence of a conservation plan for the Moai on Easter Island. The Gweagal shield is a fascinating artifact that holds immense cultural and historical significance in Australia. Created by the indigenous Gweagal people, the shield is a remarkable example of their rich artistic and technological traditions. Carved from wood, the shield features intricate engravings and decorative patterns that reflect the unique cultural identity of the Gweagal community. One of the most celebrated aspects of the Gweagal shield is its connection to the arrival of Captain James Cook at Botany Bay in 1770. It is believed that an Aboriginal warrior named Cumin wielded this shield during a confrontation with Cook and his crew. This encounter marked the first significant interaction between Indigenous Australians and European explorers, making the Gweagal shield a potent symbol of resistance and resilience. Currently housed in the British Museum in London, the Gweagal shield serves as a tangible reminder of Australia's colonial history and the ongoing relationship between Indigenous communities and their cultural heritage. Its presence in the museum has sparked discussions about repatriation and the importance of returning cultural artifacts to their rightful owners. The Gweagal shield remains a testament to the artistic prowess and enduring spirit of the Gweagal people, encapsulating a significant chapter in Australia's past. The wooden carving, known as the Mangareva statue or deity figure, originated from Mangareva Island in French Polynesia. Created in the late 18th or early 19th century, this figure of a male god was given to English missionaries when the local population embraced Christianity. Eventually, the British Museum acquired the carving in 1911. In the early 19th century, European explorers and missionaries arrived in Mangareva, introducing new religious beliefs to the islanders. In 1835, French missionaries, with the support of the local king and former high priest, destroyed much of the indigenous art, but spared this idol. The London Missionary Society likely obtained the statue in the 1820s, and later loaned it to the British Museum before selling it to the National Collection. The Mangareva statue is carved from indigenous hardwood and remains mostly intact, with only parts of its arms and feet missing. The figure represents a standing male deity, showcasing distinct features unique to Mangarevan art. While its precise meaning and name are uncertain, scholars suggest it may represent both the god of agriculture Rongo and the principal god of Mangareva. In Göttingen in northeastern Switzerland, a delightful discovery has been made in a freshly plowed carrot field. Amateur archaeologist Franz Zahn stumbled upon a set of Bronze Age women's jewelry, dating back to around 1500 BC. This remarkable find includes a necklace made of bronze spiked discs, 2 spiral finger rings, and more than 100 amber beads the size of pinheads, along with bronze and gold wire spirals. Accompanying these luxurious items were more unusual and less expensive objects, such as a rock crystal, a beaver tooth, a perforated bear tooth, a bronze arrowhead, polished iron ore lumps, a small ammonite, and a fossilized shark tooth. Zahn, an experienced metal detectorist, recognized the archaeological significance of the bronze discs he saw on the soil after the carrot harvest. He promptly notified the Thurgau Office of Archaeology. The archaeologists recovered the discs and surrounding area in a single soil block, finding no evidence of a burial. This was a deposit, likely buried in an organic container or bag that has since decomposed. The soil block was taken to a conservation laboratory in Frauenfeld for excavation. The objects, currently undergoing conservation and scientific analysis, are planned to be displayed next year at the Museum of Archaeology in Frauenfeld. Now we're in the quaint hilltop village of Verrocchio, near Rimini in northwestern Italy, where a series of hidden frescoes from the 14th century have been unveiled in the Covenant Church of Santa Croce. These frescoes, believed to be the work of the Giotto school of Pietro da Rimini around 1330, were discovered quite by chance in the summer of 2021 by Brother Federico Roverin. While repairing a light in the wooded choir, Brother Roverin noticed what appeared to be an arch framing a niche. Using his cell phone camera, he discovered a beautifully painted fresco of Christ and Pieta in the niche, indicating exceptional artistic quality. A collaborative effort by friars, architects, art historians, restorers, and regional culture authorities led to the careful dismantling of the wooden choir in May, revealing more frescoes on the adjacent wall. The iconography of Christ and Pieta follows a traditional scheme, representing the dead Christ rising from the sarcophagus against a monochrome or gilded background. The discovery of these frescoes, albeit in precarious condition, has been a significant addition to the understanding of 14th century Rimini painting and Franciscan history. In May 2023, the Rijksmuseum acquired a rare and exquisite gold ruby glass goblet made by Johann Kunkel, a prominent 17th century German alchemist, apothecary, and glassmaker. Dating from around 1685, the goblet showcases Kunkel's pioneering technique of adding gold to glass to achieve a deep and intense red color. Only about 20 of Kunkel's early gold ruby glass pieces are known to exist, making this shell-shaped goblet, with its unique form, style, and engraved scene of playful putti frolicking around grapevines, a truly exceptional find. The goblet's engraving is attributed to Gottfried Spiller, a master glass engraver known for his work on gold ruby glass. The glass itself resembles carved stone rather than blown glass, fitting into the tradition of Kunstkammer collections that brought together extraordinary objects from nature, science, and art. The discovery that gold compounds could produce red tones in glass was known in antiquity, but it was Kunkel who refined the process and published his own treatise on glass production. He perfected the recipe for gold ruby glass, which gained immense popularity and was considered a precious material with purported health benefits. In the early 19th century, British nobles indulged in a trend that added an element of intrigue to their romantic affairs: lovers' eyes, also known as eye miniatures. These unique pieces of jewelry gained popularity during the Georgian era and involved depicting only the eyes of the beloved. While personal portraits had been common adornments for centuries, the exclusive focus on the eyes was a novelty. This trend emerged around the time of the French Revolution, but gained significant popularity in Britain largely due to the influence of the Prince of Wales, later George IV. He was known for his numerous love interests and had his most notorious affair with Maria Fitzherbert. Despite legal and social restrictions, George showered Maria with affection, including commissioning a portrait of her eye painted by Richard Cosway, which he sent with a proposal of marriage. Their forbidden union was short-lived, as George III intervened and forced the prince to marry a German princess. However, the Prince of Wales had unwittingly sparked a fashion for lovers' eyes. These intimate pieces fostered a tactile connection between the wearer and the depicted subject, creating a sense of emotional closeness. Today, only about 1,000 lovers' eyes from the period between 1780 and 1830 survive. In May 2023, archaeologists in Israel confirmed the discovery of a 2,000-year-old financial ledger on the City of David's Pilgrimage Road in Jerusalem, shedding light on the commercial activities of the Second Temple period. The Israel Antiquities Authority revealed that the small stone tablet likely served as a receipt or payment instruction, providing valuable insights into the daily lives of the city's inhabitants. The inscription features partially preserved lines with Hebrew names, letters, and numbers. One line ends with the name Shema, followed by the Hebrew letter Mem, while other lines include symbols representing numbers, some accompanied by Mem or Resh, abbreviations for money and quarters, respectively. Similar inscriptions have been found in Jerusalem and Beit Shemesh, but this marks the first discovery within the boundaries of ancient Jerusalem from this period. The tablet was carved from a chalk slab, which was likely originally used as an ossuary, suggesting the possibility of local trade or craftsmanship. The pilgrimage road, as its name suggests, served as a crucial route for both pilgrims and commercial activities, underscoring the significance of this find for understanding Jerusalem's historical narrative. September 2021 was an excellent month for coin finds, as we can see from this remarkable discovery in France. It wasn't made by archaeologists, but by construction workers working to renovate a mansion in Brittany. During their work, they uncovered 239 gold coins from the 17th century worth an estimated $350,000. The coins turned up when the workers were attempting to expand a nursery in the mansion into the space occupied by a former barn. This involved demolishing a wall, which turned out to have a metal box hidden inside. Inside the box were more than 200 coins. The rest of the collection turned up a few days later when the builders noticed an old purse hidden above a beam in the barn. All of the coins were minted between 1638 and 1692, covering the reigns of Kings Louis XIII and Louis XIV. One of them is an extremely rare coin called a Louis d'Or from the Dijon Mint, which is worth $18,000 on its own. It's not known why the coins were left in the house, but the proceeds from the upcoming auction will be shared between the builders and the property owners. Sometimes you have to leave the land and go into the water to make great archaeological discoveries. But all the diving and swimming is worth it when you come across finds like this. This is a collection of 53 ancient Roman gold coins that were found off the coast of Zabia, Spain, in September 2021. The coins are properly known as solidi and were minted between the 4th and 5th centuries. Even though they spent more than 1,500 years underwater, they're in such good condition that all but one of them could be easily identified. The find includes coins made during the reigns of the emperors Valentinian I, Valentinian II, Theodosius I, Arcadius, and Honorius. 3 copper nails and some lead fragments were discovered with the coins, suggesting that they might have been inside a chest. Archaeologists think it's possible that the coins were hidden on purpose. The Western Roman Empire was entering its final days in the early 5th century, and attacks by barbarian groups of Alans and Vandals were common. Leaving their valuables in plain sight of the tribes wasn't a good idea. To say that the Cascajal block is a bone of contention for archaeologists and scientists would be an understatement. To its supporters, it's evidence that the Olmec civilization developed the first form of writing in the Americas. To its detractors, it's a more modern forgery, and there's little chance that the two sides will ever come to an agreement. The circumstances of its discovery don't help. Instead of being dug up by archaeologists, it was found in a pile of debris in Veracruz, Mexico, by road builders in 1990. Clay figurines and pottery found around it have been dated to about 1,000 years BC, so the Cascajal block, with its complex system of glyphs, is assumed to be from the same historical era. If that's the case, it would predate the written language of the Zapotec people by about 400 years. Some of the symbols seem to represent animals and birds, but others are abstract and impossible to decipher. The arrangement of the symbols in random rows is inconsistent with other Mesoamerican writing systems, so it's possible that each symbol is an independent piece of information. The repetition of some symbols, however, could indicate a repeated letter or word. Perhaps one day we'll figure it out. Now we head to the UK, more precisely to a field in Anglesey in Wales, where a very rare discovery has been made, a hoard of Iron Age gold coins known as staters. These 15 coins, unearthed between July 2021 and March 2022 by metal detectorists, are the first of their kind to be found in Wales. Lloyd Roberts and Peter Cockton, who found the first 5 coins, and Tim Watson, who discovered the remaining 10, were all astounded by their finds. The coins, scattered across a field corner, were officially declared treasure by the senior coroner of North Wales. Struck between 60 and 20 BC at 3 different mints across what is now Lincolnshire, these coins are attributed to the Coriol Toffee tribe, who inhabited the East Midlands during the Late Iron Age. The discovery is particularly significant, as the Iron Age tribes in modern Wales rarely used coins, making such finds rare. Ian Jones, the building collections manager at Oriel Mon Museum on Angsley, expressed excitement about acquiring these coins of national importance for the museum's collection. Now that they've been officially declared as treasure, their price is likely to go up. At the Roman Vindolanda site in England, volunteer archaeologists have made an exciting discovery, a silver falera depicting Medusa. Vindolanda, translating to Whitefield or White Moor, was a Roman auxiliary fort near Hadrian's Wall guarding the Staingate Highway. This site, with a history of 9 forts built from around 85 to 370 CE, is one of Britain's most complex archaeological sites, offering a unique glimpse into frontier life. The ongoing excavations at Vindolanda have previously unearthed a wealth of artifacts, including shoes, textiles, wooden objects, and the Vindolanda tablets, the oldest surviving documents in Britain from the 1st and 2nd centuries. The recent discovery of the silver filera, a disc typically worn on a Roman soldier's breastplate during parades, features the head of Medusa from Greek mythology, complete with venomous snake hair and piercing eyes. Alongside this remarkable find, the team also uncovered various items reflecting military life in the Roman fort, including a lance head, spearhead, copper alloy spoon, stamped pottery, a melon bead, an enameled bow brooch, a scabbard chappy, and a well-preserved wooden bath clog. These discoveries are being preserved in the Vindolanda lab and will form part of the 2024 Current Finds exhibition at Vindolanda, further enriching our understanding of Roman military and cultural influences. Sometimes making an archaeological discovery can be child's play. In Bremen in Germany, an 8-year-old lad named Bjarne made an astonishing discovery while playing in his school's sandbox. He unearthed a small shiny silver disc, which turned out to be a 1,800-year-old Roman coin, a silver denarius from the reign of Emperor Marcus Aurelius. This rare find is one of only 3 such discoveries ever made in the city. The coin, heavily worn and weighing 2.4 grams, is a testament to a time of currency debasement and rising inflation in the Roman Empire. The state of Bremen, firmly east of the Rhine boundary line, was never part of the Roman Empire. The area was inhabited by the Chossi tribe, known for their interactions with Rome, including providing troops for auxiliary regiments. Roman coins like this one likely reached the region through barter, as souvenirs, or possibly washed up in the River Weser. The discovery of the coin has sparked conversations between officials and Bjarne's family regarding its status under the Bremen Monument Protection Act. Meanwhile, the coin has been cleaned and conserved, with hopes of it soon being displayed at the Facke Museum, the Bremen State Museum for Art and Cultural History. In the picturesque setting of Ludecki Park Krajobrazowy near Staryzyca in northern Poland, archaeologists have unearthed a treasure trove of history. They've excavated 50 Goth graves dating back to the 4th century, filled with priceless artifacts that span from Scandinavia in the north to the Black Sea in the south. The graves, a mix of pit graves and urn burials, revealed stunning finds like decorated pottery, brooches, amber beads, 2 silver necklaces, 2 silver fibulae, and elements of a necklace made from small silver beads, along with jewelry adorned with snake motifs. This discovery was first identified by archaeologist Olaf Popkevich, who you may know from History Seekers. He stumbled upon the site while walking along the Wuda River, where he found several silver artifacts. These findings have been linked to the Wielbark culture, which thrived along the Wistula River in Poland during the Roman Iron Age. The artifacts, including a perfectly intact 2,000-year-old urn, offer a glimpse into the Goths' burial customs, artistic skill, and their interactions with neighboring groups. This discovery not only enriches our understanding of the Goths' presence in Poland, but also highlights their significant role in the spiritual and cultural landscape of early Europe. In Cavandi, Asturias in northwest Spain, a remarkable discovery was made by a water company worker who stumbled upon 2 2,500-year-old gold torcs while working on municipal water pipes. These torcs of extraordinary quality showcase a diverse range of goldsmithing techniques and decorative motifs, including casting, filigree, granulation, and welding, along with various geometric designs. This find is particularly significant as it's the most important torc discovery in Asturias, made in situ and studied by archaeologists at the time of discovery. Unlike other Iron Age gold necklaces found in the 18th and 19th centuries where much information about their provenance was lost, the intact site of these torcs provides archaeologists with a much clearer understanding of their context. The discovery was made by Sergio Narciandi, who initially mistook the shiny object for a random piece of metal. Upon closer inspection, he realized it resembled a gold torc. After a series of calls to various authorities, including the mayor and his archaeologist uncle, the torcs were swiftly transported to the Archaeological Museum of Asturias for conservation. The first torc, a rigid C-shaped necklace in the Astur Norgelico style, is considered one of the most exceptional examples of Iron Age goldsmithing ever found from the northwest of the Iberian Peninsula. The sunken city of Thonis Heracleion, located in the Bay of Abukir near Alexandria in Egypt, has revealed the remains of 2 ancient temples, one dedicated to the Egyptian god Amun and the other to the Greek goddess Aphrodite. Discovered by the European Institute for Underwater Archaeology, These temples provide significant insights into the city's history, which dates back to the 780-50s 6th century BC. Thonis Heracleion, a major port city controlling access to the Canopic Channel, was a hub of trade between Greece and late Pharaonic Egypt. The city's importance is evidenced by 16 shipwrecks dating from the 6th to the 2nd centuries BC, along with numerous votive offerings found scattered across the seabed. The Temple of Amun and the Sanctuary of Aphrodite were located in the city's south canal. The Amun Temple, destroyed in a flood in the mid-2nd century BC, yielded treasures like gold jewelry and ritual objects, indicating its religious significance. The Greek Sanctuary of Aphrodite, on the other hand, contained imported bronze and ceramic objects, reflecting the presence of Greek settlers and mercenaries in the city. Thonis Heracleion eventually succumbed to a series of earthquakes and rising sea levels, leading to its submersion and loss of prominence. In Rennesøy, an island in southwestern Norway, a metal detectorist named Erlend Bohr made a stunning discovery that's being hailed as the gold find of the century in Norway. While out with his metal detector, Bohr unearthed a treasure dating back to the late migration period of 375 to 568, believed to be part of a lavish necklace. The find includes 9 gold bracteates, 10 gold beads, and 3 gold spiral rings, totaling just over 100 grams of gold. The bracteates are particularly noteworthy, each bearing a stylized horse image, a motif that differs from other gold pendants found so far. These symbols usually depict the god Odin healing his son Baldur's sick horse, symbolizing renewal and resurrection. However, the Rennesøy bracteates uniquely feature only the horse. This discovery is significant due to the rarity of the bracteates and their unique design. The horse motif on these pendants is a rare find in Scandinavian archaeology, and the gold necklace and spiral rings are believed to have been buried in the 6th century during a time of conflict and upheaval. The bracteates, beads, and spirals are now being conserved at the Archaeological Museum at the University of Stavanger and will soon be displayed. The Haniwa terracotta dancers, housed in the Tokyo National Museum, are a pair of fascinating ancient Japanese terracotta funerary figures. These unique Haniwa, discovered in 1930 in the Nohara tombs in Saitama Prefecture, are known for their distinct gestures, earning them the moniker of dancers. Dating back to the Kofun period from 250 to 538 AD, these sculptures exhibit a simplistic design with abstract features and implied dance movements. The Haniwa terracotta dancers are characterized by their high level of abstraction. Standing statues with stick-like clay arms, they lack a lower body, presenting a cylindrical tube as a base for the head. The figures hold their left arm raised and their right arm extended diagonally downward, forming an inverted S shape. Their expressive facial features with hollowed-out circles for eyes and a mouth are unusual for Haniwa. The smaller figure represents a male farmer identified by a peasant headdress and a sickle-like tool, while the larger figure has neither hair nor earlobes. Recent reinterpretations suggest these Haniwa may depict horse groomers rather than dancers, but this historical theory has yet to gain widespread support. The Akan drum is a musical instrument that originated in West Africa, particularly among the Akan people of Ghana and Ivory Coast. This drum holds profound cultural and historical significance in Akan society. Crafted with meticulous attention to detail, the Akan drum showcases exceptional craftsmanship and artistic skill. Its distinctive hourglass shape carved from a single piece of wood captivates the eye and imagination. The Akan drum skins are made from animal hide stretched tightly over the wooden frame, producing resonant and vibrant sounds when struck. The rhythms produced by skilled drummers convey messages, announce important events, and reflect the rich cultural heritage of the Akan people. The drum serves as a means of communication, enabling communities to come together, express emotions, and invoke ancestral spirits during ceremonies and rituals. Beyond its musical function, the Akan drum embodies the collective identity, cultural traditions, and spiritual beliefs of the Akan people. Its presence in social gatherings, festivals, and rites of passage attests to its enduring importance. Today, the Akan drum has transcended its original cultural context and is celebrated as a symbol of African heritage and artistic excellence worldwide. Long before people learned to play and love the game of chess, they played a Viking-inspired game called Hnefatafl, or games based on it. Although no one knows the precise rules of this ancient board game, there is evidence of its popularity throughout Europe. Here is a particularly impressive Hnefatafel piece that was found on the English island of Lindisfarne in July 2020. There used to be a large medieval monastery on the island, but the monastery was invaded and occupied by Viking raiders in the year 793, during the early stages of the Viking invasion of Britain. They presumably brought their favorite board games with them. Since the piece is made from a richly decorated chunk of blue glass, it's likely that it was the king piece, of which the game only had one. We know that the game eventually spread to the rest of Britain because pieces made of bone or wood have been found in several places, but glass pieces are extremely rare. In fact, this is only the second example of a glass Hnefatafel piece ever found there. A battlefield is a good place to look for buried treasure, but the problem is that most of the world's major ancient battlefields have already been identified and searched. However, that isn't always the case. A Ming-era battlefield, about 370 years old, was found in China in early 2017 and has so far yielded more than 10,000 objects. Experts are still going through the things they found, but they're already very excited about this incredible gold imperial seal. They think it might have belonged to the heir presumptive of one of China's former emperors. The object comes from the Jiangku Chenyin historic site and dates back to a turbulent time in Chinese history when the Ming dynasty fell and the Qing dynasty took over. It's doubtful that anything found there during the rest of the search will be more valuable than the seal. The gold rectangle that is 3 inches by 1 inch with only its decorative turtle is almost certainly the only one of its kind ever made. It may have even ended up in the hands of Zhang Xianzhong, the rebel leader known as the Yellow Tiger, who led the revolt against the Ming Empire.